And here we go. We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be nominal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Following up. Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Water towers fly! Yes!
Tango down to nominal.
Fighting downside SPD off. Bring in SPD off. It's orange!
Orange 25! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage.
What is it?
Put that in the big bag, Eagle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You good? We don't need any more of these.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to another NASA Spaceflight live stream. I'm in a great mood today, and you know why that is? It's because we are about to see a Falcon Heavy launch. And not only that, we are about to see Falcon Heavy launch the heaviest payload, the heaviest commercial payload, and the heaviest payload to go to GEO. I'm Jack Beyer, your host for tonight, and I see the 5x5s in chat. Thank you, everybody, for letting us know that we're coming through loud and clear. 5 for loudness and 5 for clarity. Thank you so much. As always, tonight we will be joined by a lovely cohort of competent something co-hosts. There we go. Starting off with Mr. Alejandro Alcantilla Romero. I probably butchered your name, Alex, but I always do, so you'll forgive me, right?
Yeah, I forgive you.
You say that now. But thanks, Alex, for joining us. How are you feeling about this super cool launch we are hoping to witness tonight?
Well, apart from a little bit tired because it's 4 a.m. here, but I took a nap, so I'm okay. Yeah, I'm really excited because it's the Falcon Heavy. Who cannot be excited about Falcon Heavy? Come on, 3 boosters and 2 of them are gonna be landing back on land. So
That is correct.
I mean, come
We're
on.
not only going to get an awesome launch tonight, barring any issues, fingers crossed, etc., but we're also getting a double RTLS of both boosters, which should be an exceptional sight and sound for us here on the stream. So thank you, everybody, for joining. This is going to be a really fun one. We get to all hang out and watch a massive rocket lift a massive payload into space. So, woohoo! Also joining us on tonight's commentary is Mr. Sawyer Rosenstein, who actually rolled out there and is at KSC proper. Are you not, Sawyer?
I am indeed at KSC proper, and I was coming over here to where I'm watching right now, looking at the pad, and there was just a whole bunch of fireflies, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So to see the fireflies flashing and the lights flashing on the tower means it's going to be a good night.
Sawyer, this isn't Firefly. This is SpaceX. This is
I
Falcon
was
9.
going to say that's August 1st is Antares, and we'll talk about it then, but I figured I'd be sentimental and sweet first, before punny.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Sawyer, as always, for doing everything you do. You set some remotes, didn't you?
I set remotes as well, yep.
Oh, I'm excited to see what kind of imagery you're able to create, not only with your remotes, but with your cameras tonight from the press site. That's going to be super exciting to see. Also, maybe on the stream, if he decides to talk, DOS exists, but I think he might be busy with some technical stuff in the background at the moment. But maybe DOS will pop in, like, what was the character on Home Improvement who would like be behind the fence and like pop in every now and then? Anyways. So that is the lineup for today. We've got Pat O in the background operating the stream. Thank you, Pat, for doing that. Did not mean to rhyme there, but yeah, okay. And I'm getting confirmation in the back channel that DOS is in fact busy with some technical stuff in the background. Excellent. All right. Well, if you are new to our streams, then please take note. If you have any questions, type at NASASpaceflight into chat, like the @ NASASpaceflight, and type whatever your question is after that, and we'll see your question pop up in some software that we have that, oh man, always makes me sad, that Michael wrote. We miss you, Michael. But yeah, so this is a super exciting launch. Alex, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what we are going to see tonight and what makes this launch so special?
Yeah, so today's launch of the EchoStar 24 Jupiter 3 spacecraft. It kind of has like two names. It's, I guess it's sort of that kind of satellite that has the reputation of having multiple names, and then we all hate it because we don't know how to name it because everyone just likes a different way to name it. But yeah, and this one is a communication satellite. It's going to geostationary orbit up to, I think it's about 36,000 kilometers or thereabouts. And this one in particular is not any other kind of communication satellite for GEO communications. It is the largest, heaviest commercial communication satellite that has that has ever been launched yet, because you never know what kind of other commercial communication satellite will ever be launched in the future. But
Right.
yeah, this one is about 9.2 tons in mass. I think
That's
the
like-
previous record was, yeah, go ahead.
That's I think a full 2 tons heavier than the previous record. Go ahead.
Exactly, yeah. The previous record was about 7.2 tons. For comparison, this will be sort of like a Dragon capsule, kind of heavy. Little bit less than that. Just the capsule without the trunk and all of the stuff that is on the trunk. Just the capsule. That will be the kind of heavy that this satellite is, and it is so heavy because not only has a lot of fuel and a lot of stuff on it, but also it has a lot of antennas. It is really this kind of high throughput satellites that, sort of like the Viasat-3 America's satellite that we saw launching also on a Falcon Heavy a few months ago, where they had like this big deployable antenna. In this case, it is multiple smaller antennas, but it's still a big satellite with a lot of capacity. I think it is about 500 gigabits per second, which is quite a bit of of throughput that it can really deliver down to Earth. I believe this one is I'm not sure precisely which kind of coverage. Oh yeah, it is North and South America. I'm sort of reading here the whole fact sheet thing. But yeah, it is a very big satellite here, and that's why it needs a Falcon Heavy, because it's going to a very high energy orbit, which is geostationary transfer orbit. But it is not going to just any sort of geostationary transfer orbit, because when Falcon 9 puts this kind of payloads into a geostationary transfer orbit, it just does one burn. And basically, it does one to put it in a parking orbit, and then a few minutes later, once it crosses the equator, it does a second burn to sort of put the apogee at the height of the geostationary belt,
Right.
so to speak. But this one is going to perform another burn afterwards, probably near the apogee or sort of like near the geo altitude, the geostationary altitude, where it increases the perigee so that the satellite is even closer to GEO, to geostationary orbit. It will not be dropping it entirely all the way to geostationary orbit, such as what Falcon Heavy did, for example, with Viasat-3 a few months ago, but it will leave it very, very close so that it doesn't need to use as much fuel to get into that final orbit, which is really, really good because it expands its on-orbit lifetime. And by the way, just before we continue, they have begun propellant load onto the vehicle, beginning with RP1 load on all 3 boosters.
Excellent. That's what we want to hear. That is exactly what we want to hear. Well, thank you for the roundup there, Alex. And I see chat freaking out a little bit. Michael is fine. I'm sorry if I freaked anybody out. Michael works for SpaceX now. He no longer works for NSF, so that's why I say that I'm sad and that we miss him, because he no longer is one of our coworkers. But we still love him.
In the words of
All
Monty
right.
Python, he's not dead yet.
It's just a flesh wound in my heart because he left us. Let's see here. Let's jump right into some questions. Sawyer, while we have you,
Yes.
we have a question from Jacob asking, how's the humidity looking for carrying some nice sonic booms across the coast tonight?
Oh, I mean, it's not as humid as it has been, but boy, is it still humid out here. So there's a slight cloud cover. If anything, it's super wispy and thin clouds, not anything massive, but that should create just enough that we get the great echoey reverb here. And then the other thing that we should get at the press
I
site
know
here is
what
the
you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
the sonic squeals from the VAB in that with the land, it's only with launches from Pad 40 and landings at LZ1 and 2, you get 6 sonic booms and 6 VAB squeals. So hoping for that.
Yeah, that is really particularly special. If you don't know what we're talking about, for whatever reason, with Falcon 9 in particular, there is a resonance with the vehicle assembly building, and as the launch progresses, there's this otherworldly screechy squeal. I don't really know how else to describe it. And so that is yet another fun feature of tonight's launch that we can listen out for. And not only that, we'll get that same kind of screech as the boosters come back. So as we stated, the side boosters on this mission are going to return to the launch site. And when they do so, as they decelerate and come in for a landing, there are 3 sonic booms from each booster. So it's a triple-double, or a double-triple. But those sonic booms will
With
also...
fries.
Yeah, right, it's large. Or heavy, sorry. But yeah, that's going to be quite spectacular. Moldy Space, you are just the best. What are you doing? I see people thanking you in chat. What did you do? You gifted 5 Red Team memberships. Thank you, Moldy. You are literally the best person. Thank you so much, buddy. We love you, and we love all of our members. So now we love 5 more people, because 5 more people have access to the membership thanks to Moldy Space. So I see people in chat thanking you. Thank you, people in chat, for thanking Moldy, because the membership program is so important to what we do. I know I always talk about it. I hope you're not annoyed by it yet, but you know what? It's a really cool thing. We have a lot of cool perks, and it's, again, really important to what we do and enabling us to do cool stuff like this. All right, let's do some more. Well, you know what? Really quickly, while we're thanking people, I'm just going to run through, because I don't want to get too far behind, and I already see this list going ham. Alex, if you have the panel up, feel free to add some questions. I've added some questions. We'll get into those viewer questions here in just a minute, but while we collate those, Dr. Kelly Ross, thank you for becoming a PadRat member. Bill becoming a PadRat member. Natasha Moore becoming a PadRat member. Laurel Sagan, I get it, becoming a PadRat member. A lot of PadRats tonight. Thank you, all of you. Bruce Miller, also a PadRat. Very cool. Once again, membership program, lots of cool perks. You pay a monthly amount, whatever you want to pay. There's different levels. At the different levels, you get different perks. At Capcom and above, you get Discord access. The Discord's a crazy, insane place. I just staged a mutiny and got us a new channel, which is for chatting about food, and it's really fun. So that is the membership program. I will shut up about it now, briefly.
Food. You like locks, right?
I do like locks.
Good, because Lock's Load has started on the 3 boosters on Falcon Heavy. That is the liquid
Excellent.
oxygen, unfortunately, not the smoked salmon.
If anyone knows where I can get good smoked salmon in Brownsville, please let me know, because I'm an LA baby and I can't find any here and it hurts me. But I digress. They are
Well,
loading...
if you want some locks, you know.
Go on.
I was going to say you could go to Starbase, but anyways.
Oh,
You can also go to Falcon Heavy's 3 boosters, because Lux Load on those 3 has started.
Excellent. Liquid oxygen flowing into the boosters. That is what we want to hear as things progress towards a launch in 42 minutes or so. Given would that be at the opening of the window, Alex?
Yeah, right now they are targeting the opening of the window.
And what is the length of that window?
It is 99 minutes, so 1 hour and 39 minutes.
Do we know if there is any issues? Since they have started fueling, typically what we see with a Falcon 9 is even when there is a window, and it's not an instantaneous launch, typically because Falcon 9 uses sub-chilled propellants, they are not able to necessarily recycle. But in this case, are they able to recycle, or is it like because Falcon Heavy requires too much propellants, or is that window not long enough? What is the... I don't want to jinx anything, knock on wood, etc., but would they be able to recycle today?
At this point, I don't think they will be able to, because they already have loaded liquid oxygen. They could for Falcon 9, if maybe the window was like 2 hours. Because for Falcon 9, they can detank the rocket and then reload again. I think for Falcon Heavy, the issue is that then they will have to rechill a lot of the liquid oxygen. And I don't think they have the capability to recycle on the same window, even if it were long enough, like maybe like 6 hours long or whatever, to be able to drain all of the propellant from the rocket. I think the limitation they have right there is that it's a lot of liquid oxygen that they have to load on Falcon Heavy, and they need to rechill it for that. And I don't think they have the capability to do that in the same window. For Falcon
Got it.
9, they do have that capability, and they have demonstrated that before.
Excellent. Alrighty. Bideford. Wow. Thank you so much, Bideford. One of those names that pops up all the time. $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Seriously, everybody, all of the support means the world to us because we love what we do, and it means that we can keep doing what we do and bringing spaceflight to the masses. I see Falcon Heavy venting a little bit. That's a good sign.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see
neat.
here. We Will Rocket You. Thanks for gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Very kind of you. Be sure to thank We Will Rocket You if you got a membership from them. Chininator. That's an old one. That's a good one, but an old one. I remember Chininator from some way back streams. Thanks for the support there, buddy. They say, will the side boosters and center core all have their own T-minus 20-minute vent, or will only the center core do the 20-minute vent? If all 3 vent, the T-minus 20-minute vent will be extra eventful. That one's just for Sawyer. It's actually not coming from the rocket
Love it.
itself, right? It's coming from the strongback, right? Alex?
Yeah, and it is actually for Falcon Heavy, it is instead of T-minus 20-minute vent, it is the T-minus 22-minute vent. And the reason for that, it is related with a second stage LUX load. It is not related with the boosters, but on Falcon Heavy, they began the LUX load 2 minutes earlier. So for Falcon Heavy, the T-minus 20-minute vent, it's actually T-minus 22-minute vent. It's even hard to say it because I'm not used to say T-minus 22-minute vent, but it is that at that time.
You have to like override years and years of muscle memory in your brain to T-minus 22-minute vent. Great! Googly moogly! Russell Snodgrass! Oh my gosh! With a $300 super chat. And
Holy smokes!
Russell is not a stranger to doing big dollar supers either. Thank you so much, Russell. There's no words that we can even say that adequately express thanks for that level of monetary support. They say, so glad I get to support these great shots and discussion y'all always share. I miss Michael Baylor. We all do, but we are happy knowing that he is living his best life on the best coast. Anyways, moving right on.
Hey, wait, hang on. Which coast is currently about to launch a Falcon Heavy?
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. Thank you so much, Russell.
Oop, I can help. Hang on.
Hi, Das. Hi.
How many Falcon Heavies have launched on the West Coast?
I'm going to mute
good
you.
Point.
I do have the power to mute you, buddy.
I'm out. Goodbye.
That was Das. Hopefully he'll pop back in like Wilson from Home Improvement. Thank you, chat, for letting me know the character's name. And seriously, Russell, thank you. I don't mean to be flippant. That is seriously impressive and very generous of you. And once again, we always like to note here, you do not have to support us monetarily for us to be thankful for you. Just sitting around watching the stream with us, we really appreciate that. And you know what? We're really close to 800,000 subscribers. So it's a super easy. All you gotta do is click the mouse once. It's a free way to support what we do. So if you're short on funds and when you're like, oh man, I wish I could help these guys out, that's something you can do. We would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And if you are already, maybe tell your friends about us and have them subscribe because hey, maybe we can hit 800,000 on tonight's stream. But seriously, Russell, thank you. All right. Let's see here. Let's do some questions. How about? Mini DRM, this is not a question, says, Jack, talk about SN15. Existence is ephemeral. Happiness is fleeting. Cherish it while you got it. RIP SN15. All right, moving right along.
SN15 and this booster center core, that's what they have in common.
Right, tonight they're expending
once
the
and
center
then
core.
Yep.
Well, at least SN15 landed.
That's true.
This booster,
Fair point.
this center core is not even trying it.
So thank
They're
you,
not
Sawyer,
letting it try.
for the good segue. they are. We got Rocketman Andrew in chat asking what will be happening to this core stage. So Alex, tell us more. They're expending it. What's the deal with that? Why are they expending the center core on this Falcon Heavy?
Yeah, so I talked about before that this mission is carrying the largest, heaviest commercial satellite to geostationary transfer orbit, and that it is not just a traditional geostationary transfer orbit. This one is sort of enhanced, as ULA will call it. They actually do that a couple of times with Atlas V, where the Falcon Heavy here is not only going to have this elliptical orbit as a transfer orbit, but then as it goes out to apogee, it's going to increase the perigee and make it a little bit less elliptical so that it is closer to GEO, to geostationary orbit, so that the satellite can then, reach it with less fuel and have more lifetime in orbit. And so what this means is that the Falcon Heavy needs a lot of performance, and for that it needs to basically discard the center core and run it all the way to depletion. And so because it needs to run it all the way to depletion, it will not have any propellant to be able to come back, and it will not return. And what will happen to it is that after it returns, it will probably break up during reentry.
Got it. Yeah, and we have another question here in the same vein from Mendel asking, why would SpaceX expend the fresh booster? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Alex, Kenneth is asking, where are you that it's 4 a.m.? Dox yourself, buddy.
It's a Falcon Heavy, I wouldn't miss it.
Right. Alex is in Spain. That's why it's 4 a.m. for Alex. Let's see here. Glenn Hobson says, when Falcon Heavy plushie? I think you just made Adrian roll over in his sleep. No promises there. We're still working on getting the Starship and Super Heavy full stack plushie out to everybody. Let's get that under our belts first and see what we do next. Cassius Longinus is saying 5 pin tokens for Sawyer. So Sawyer, I don't know what a pin token is, but I mean maybe get some like enamel pins and put them on your camera bag or something.
You know what, Jack? Let me think about it. I'm going to put a pin in it for now, and we'll go from there.
Ayo.
Also, hearing Stage 2 RP1 load has started. That is the refined kerosene that the vehicle uses in addition to the liquid oxygen.
Cool deal. All right, I see some questions here asking, where is this going to be visible from? Someone's asking, will it be visible from Myrtle Beach? What is the trajectory on this puppy, Alex? Which way is it going? What inclination? Where is it going to be visible from? Give us the whole nine.
Yeah, so you can see there that map. The trajectory is pretty much going all the way to the east. Falcon Heavy has had pretty much all of its flights going to the east. We'll see maybe if some other mission is going to any other trajectory, but here it is going all the way to the east in order to reach that geostationary transfer orbit. The less inclination that they reach, the better, so that the satellite cannot spend a lot of useless fuel into removing all of that inclination, so they go straight east. Now, as for the visibility, you probably will be able to see it mostly from all Central Florida if you're not going all the way to the north or the south. That is sort of the rule of thumb here for the launch part. Now, for the landing, though, that's a different story, because you will not only probably see it, but also hear it, because those sonic booms are loud. So stay tuned if you're in the area, because you might hear those boom, 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 because it's like double boom or something like that. So you will hear that kind of sound coming from those side boosters landing. And for the center core, that's going to splash down a whooping distance of about 1,500 kilometers from the coast. So it's going to be very, very long downrange. It's going to, well, actually more like break up in the air that far away. But yeah.
Jack is talking while muted, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jack?
I was
Muted.
talking while muted.
So you
There
know.
you go.
I don't even know when I muted. Oh man. Wow. All that brilliant commentary from me. Let's see here. Sawyer, someone is asking, oh gosh, where did it go? Now I'm just
I don't know
completely
the
thrown
answer
off.
to where it went, if that's what you're asking me.
Wow, Sawyer. Okay. Anyways, JD Brown, thank you for the support. They say I saw a spaceflight article about SpaceX planning to use Slick 6 at Vandenberg for Falcon 9 and even Falcon Heavy launches. What's the word on all that? As far as we know so far, that is the word. We don't know anything more, and I'm kind of wondering if Falcon Heavy will ever launch from the West Coast or if they'll just go straight to Starship. But either way, SpaceX is now leasing the historic Space Launch Complex 6 at Vandenberg Space Force Base, which is unequivocally the best launch site in the world. Moving right along.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Which launch pad sent people to the moon? Which one launched more space shuttles? Yours just had a
Fair.
space shuttle on it. It never launched it.
Fair, and arguably it wasn't even a real space shuttle, but we'll digress and move
Tell
right
that to
along.
Alicia.
I know, right? Shh, she'll hear us. Randolph, thank you for the support. They say, go Jupiter 3, go! There was uncertainty even last week that the satellite would finish propellant loading in time to launch this year. Yeah, this was kind of up in the air for a little bit, wasn't it, Alex? Well, it was up in the air whether or not it would be up in the air.
There you go.
Yeah, it's been kind of a weird mission. Sort of going into the last few weeks. There's been some rumors going around. I'm not gonna go around those. But yeah, it's been quite a a mission that has been pretty much on the edge from what those rumors say. That yeah, but yeah, we'll see. If they should really be very, very happy that it's not being delayed, at least. That it is
Good
now
deal.
launching tonight, hopefully, if all goes well. Less than 30 minutes from that.
Good deal. Alex, do you have the panel up?
Yes, I have actually added a couple of questions because I see a lot of people. Well, not a lot, but I do see a few people asking about the gray band. So I have here from Xbar, I think that's probably on par. See, I'm doing rhymes there. Asking about the gray band in particular. So is the gray band an expansion of the second stage, or is it an area to keep the fuel cool for SES3? And by SES3, they probably mean the
engine
acronym
start.
means exactly second engine
Wait.
start, 3 the third burn.
Really quickly, if people don't know what we're talking about with that gray band, if you look above the center core and the side boosters on the second stage, there is that gray band on the second stage. That's what we're talking about. And it's not to keep the fuel cool. If anything, it's to keep it a little bit warmer, right? That's on the RP1 tank, right, Alex?
Yep, that is correct. You want to have that RP1, that kerosene not freezing while in space, and so you want it to actually be on the correct temperatures. Even not freezing, even just going down below your, like, it doesn't really need to be frozen, it just needs to be out of your boundaries of what you know your propellant will do. Like if it, for example, the kerosene in particular, if it's too cold but it's still liquid, it can be too viscous. And so what that means is once it runs through the engine, it might not, like the pumps might not like that it is too viscous. So yeah, it is a problem if it's too cold, even if it's still liquid.
Right. Yeah, RP1 will get like jelly-y.
Mhm.
I don't know, gelatinous when it gets too cold. So you got to keep it the right temperature. Let's see here. Cat Herder Cam, thank you so much for gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Really appreciate that. And once again, if you get a gifted membership, do the nice thing and thank the person that gave it to you. Thank you, Cat Herder Cam. All right, Alex, I'm going to need you to read this next super chat here. Can you read that? From Nicholas Stansbury.
Squirrel.
A+. Great work. If y'all have no idea what the meaning is there, you need to watch more of our streams. I'm just going to leave you on that.
Yeah. I got the reference.
Space Wolf, thank you for the support. They say for the Sawyer Pun Fund. Love it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brian, thank you for becoming a Red Team member. Space Girl Falcon, gifting a Red Team membership. Thank you. Leslie P, becoming a Red Team member. Jerwa, gifting 10 Red Team memberships. You rule, Jerwa. Thank you for all the support now and throughout the years. Blushy Boy, thanks for gifting a Red Team membership. Cat Herder Cam, gifting 5 more. You rule, Cat Herder Cam. But we already knew that. Cassius Longinus gifting 5 more. Wow, we got a gifting spree tonight. Thank you, everybody. Ground umbilical carrier plate. Ooh. Ooh. I just got shivers down my spine. Oh my gosh. Sawyer, do you want to briefly explain what the Guck P is for those who don't know?
Oh god.
It is a cursed plate that originally earned its cursed name during the space program in carrying excess hydrogen away from the vehicle. It tended to leak, and it did so, I believe, on STS-119, 127, and 133. And combined between all of those led to about 4 months worth of delays over the course of the shuttle program.
Right, if you've been a space nerd for long enough, the words ground umbilical carrier plate will strike fear into your heart. But luckily, not an issue for tonight because there's no hydrogen here, so no sweat. Jack Kreitz, thanks for becoming a Padret member. Austin Skirvin, thank you for the support at tips.nasaspaceflight.com, which is another way you can support us if you so choose. They say, how much bacon can fly on a Falcon Heavy? Anyway, enjoying the coverage and food chat. Somebody do the math and let me know in the back channel or perhaps in food chat, and maybe I'll talk about it on air. I do not know off the top of my head. Corey Combs, thanks for gifting a Red Team membership. Flawed Perspective, gifting a Red Team membership. Carter H, asking if it'll be visible from Myrtle Beach. Where is Myrtle Beach? Is that in the Carolinas? Das,
South
are you there?
Carolina.
Yeah, I'm here. It's like way over on the coast. This one's going pretty much to
Straight
the
east.
isn't it?
Yeah, straight east.
Oh, it's not going up the coast like you normally would get one of those coast huggers that you can see all the way up there, like Myrtle Beach, all along the coast. But you might be able to see it depending on exactly how the clouds are. But it's not going to be a great view. It's going to be a tiny light way off in the distance if you see anything.
Yeah, still
Yeah,
cool.
you remember. Oh,
One at a time.
I was going to say your best chance of seeing it, the next launch that would have the best coast hugger is August 17th. That's Crew 7. Typically, the International Space Station ones go northeast, so that's great for the coast huggers. But for this one, due east, again, the clearest views are going to basically be the borders north and south of Florida, and then you may get a little bit in the Carolinas.
Yeah, if you do see it, you're going to barely see it. Go ahead, Jack.
Good deal. I mean, it's still cool to see, right? Like, even if it's not super spectacular, it's still cool to see a light in the sky and be able to know, hey, that's a thing going to space.
Just don't promise a show to like your significant other, your kids, like drag everybody outside. Come on, we gotta go see it. Oh, we gotta go. And you're in Myrtle Beach, and you're like, don't make a bunch of promises to anybody you're with. Let's put it that way.
I do know that from friends that live in the Carolinas, when they have had a jellyfish effect for the Falcon Heavy, they did see a very spectacular show, but it was very, very low in the horizon. So you need to be, if you're in a beach, probably you will be able to see it as long as you have clear skies near the horizon, but it's very, very low because it's going straight east. Now, speaking of that, I do wish that they launch anything to the ISS with a Falcon Heavy, like maybe an Axiom module or anything, because that's when you're game with, a coast hugger kind of launch.
Right. That would be truly spectacular.
Exactly. At least the good news is that right now it's summer in the U.S. here, so it's not like I've done in the past, standing outside to try.
Oh, we might have lost Sawyer.
Negative weather. So
we lost you in the middle of that there, Sawyer. You want to try again?
Can you hear me now? Yeah. I was saying at least it's summer, so it's not like I've done in the past trying to not freeze seeing the shuttle from the northeast.
All right, we are coming up on the T-minus 22-minute vent. I have to really watch myself here. Alex, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what we're seeing with this vent?
Yeah, so this vent is related to the liquid oxygen load on the second stage. It begins as a purge and cool down and chill down, basically, of the line that goes up to the second stage. And you can see they're starting off right on time. T-minus 22 minutes and 20 seconds and 30 seconds, more or less. That's when it usually begins. Yep.
And with the humidity, we should get this kind of lingering for a little bit, too. So keep an eye for that.
Lovely.
Yep.
Speaking of the weather, Sawyer, how's the wind?
Right now, there's a light breeze here, not anything significantly measurable, so I would say very calm.
Good deal. That's what we want to hear. Let's see here. Alex, I'm going to throw you some questions here in just a moment, but first I want to thank Dr. Whom, becoming a Capcom member. Jump into Discord, Dr. Whom, and say hey. Check out Food Chat if you are into chatting about the food you eat and make. Aaron Crosby, thanks for the support. They said you scared me talking about cycling when I pulled up the feed. Just got to the beach to watch this. My first ever in-person launch. So excited. Awesome. Aaron, just a quick tip. I mean, you do whatever you want, but I highly recommend you do not use your phone and shoot any kind of video, or if you do, like, set it to record and then prop it up. But, like, don't watch the launch through your screen. Use your your eyeballs. There you go. Use your eyeballs and watch it with your brain camera. That's words that make sense.
No, that's a perfect advice, though, because, again, I was told by one of the closeout crew members before one of the shuttle launches, they're like, there are people out there that their whole job is to get pictures of this launch, and they're going to be better than anything you can get with a phone. So, yeah, we'll post pictures for sure of the launch, but I would say, yeah, just put the phone down and enjoy it. Plus, think about it. How many times are you going to go back and rewatch that video?
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas you can replay it in your head.
Yeah, and the memory would be nice to have. I get it. I understand the impulse to do it. But even as somebody whose job, once again, just like you said, Sawyer, is to photograph launches, there are times where I just take my eyes away from the viewfinder for a little bit and soak it in with the old brain camera. So, let's see here. Color and chat with Joanna. Thank you for the support. They say, shine on, space friends. Thank you, Joanna. Shine on, you crazy diamond, if I may call you that. Musical Wolves. Thanks for the support. They say their full stack plushie has shipped. Excellent. Robbie Bradley, thanks for becoming a member at Capcom. Flawed Perspective, thank you. Talking about we need an SN15 Wake meetup. Oh man, I'm sad about that, but it is what it is. Blushy Boy, 5 more pun tokens for Sawyer. Hit the like button. Thank you for that, Blushy Boy. Jim Laz, thank you for the support. They say, is there an app or website to track Starlink trains? I typically use Heavens Above. Sawyer, do you have any tips for tracking a Starlink train?
I can't say I've ever done it successfully, but I have used Heavens Above as my reference as well.
It is quite tricky, I will say. And also, they've been doing like a brightness avoidance maneuver in order to try and minimize the brightness. And there are no more Falcon. There are no more Starlink V1.5 launches, which are the like 60 satellites in a single launch kind of deal. Now they're launching Starlink V2, and I think there's like around 20 something. Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. Per launch. Mm-hmm. So the trains will be a little bit smaller, and furthermore, even though the Starlink V2s are bigger, they are less bright. So definitely try and see a Starlink train if you can soon, because they might be going away, or at least changing in form. All right, we've got just under 19 minutes to go. Let's see here. Bradley is asking.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was going to say that you might see that vent disappearing in just a few seconds here as they start that liquid oxygen load on the second stage.
Excellent.
And look at that.
Like clockwork.
It's almost like it's rocket science or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's almost like Alex knows a whole lot about rockets and has an entire like swarm of spreadsheets that he tracks everything with to meticulous detail or something. Anyways, Bradley is asking, how come the side boosters for this mission are no longer set to land on drone ships? Alex, what's the deal?
Yeah, so originally we sort of saw through permits that it was going to be a double drone ship landing, but it appears that at least maybe in the past month, maybe month and a half, they have changed their minds and actually go to basically with a double RTLS, return to launch site landing, basically going back to land. Now, the reason for this, we don't really know, but it's probably because it's easier from a logistics perspective. You think about it, SpaceX has a scheduled 2 Starlink launches this week from the Cape. So that means both drone ships are already busy. If this mission were to land on drone ships, then those drone ships will basically be offline for maybe a week or a week and a half, and they will not be able to launch for another week or week and a half. And so that is not good if they want to hit 100 launches this year. So I can see them maybe saying, hey, look, we can put you in a little bit less closer of an orbit to geostationary orbit, and we can land the boosters back on land, and you get your launch when we want, like when we basically can afford to do that. That's sort of probably the whole deal here that they did. Probably the customer also got something in return. Maybe the launch was a little bit cheaper or something like that. That could be the case as well. But I do think that it's probably in that same vein that originally might have been a little bit closer to geostationary orbit, and now it's just like an enhanced transfer orbit where the perigee is raised, but not fully, and not like equatorial orbit.
Got it. I do think I saw on Twitter that they got a $50 gift card to the SpaceX merch store. So that probably makes up the difference, right? I'm kidding. Jeff Rowe, thanks for gifting a Red Team membership. I'd rather be flying an X-Wing. Thank you for the support. They said the only good thing about Florida is KSC and Disney. Debatable. Every other facet of life, West Coast equals best coast. Hurricanes, cockroaches, Florida man, etc. Yeah, you know what? Minus the Disney thing, I will agree with you. Chininator, thank you. I'm not gonna start. It's already too much. Chininator.
Yeah, we're at T-minus 15 minutes. That's for a T-minus 40-minute conversation.
Right. Chininator, thank you for the support. I say we start a pun drinking game. Drink when a pun happens. That's on you, buddy. I'm not responsible for anyone getting alcohol poisoning or diabetes, depending on what you're drinking. Invisible Turtle. Oh, there's a poll in chat about which code. You know what, Crispy? There's a poll in chat. If you want to interact with the poll, go ahead. I'm not even gonna start. Let's see here. Alex, why didn't they static fire this Falcon Heavy? That's a little bit different than what we've seen with basically every other Falcon Heavy, right? Alex?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they didn't static fire this Falcon Heavy. It is quite a unique mission in that sense, because every single Falcon Heavy prior to this has had a static fire test, and so it is probably likely that they just have become like the data that they have has pretty much said, yeah, this is a very reliable vehicle. You don't need a static fire anymore prior to launch to be able to ensure that it's going to work. It's going to work. If you look at Falcon 9, pretty much 99% of all missions right now, Falcon 9, do not feature a static fire. And the reason is precisely because of that, because they have flown Falcon 9 so much that they don't need it. Even for a new booster, for example, they have had multiple flights already of new boosters where they don't even static fire those. Because you could think, well, a flight-proven booster, okay, it doesn't make sense maybe to static fire it because you have flown it already. But even for new boosters, they do not static fire these boosters anymore. Maybe for a crew mission, for a very high-end military mission, they do static fire these boosters, but not for commercial missions or even Starlink missions. They did have to do a recent Starlink mission as static fire, but that was to confirm that there was an issue. They had to check it out, and then they had to confirm that it was properly resolved. So the static fire served that purpose. So for Falcon Heavy, it is very likely that since it is pretty much 3 Falcon 9s strapped together, so that basically means that they can rely on that data from Falcon 9, and whatever is Falcon Heavy specific, they have probably already ironed that out in the past 6 missions of this rocket.
Good deal. Let's see here. Slayer, Anna is asking, are we hearing anything from Space Delta 45 about weather? Things on the radar are not pretty.
I mean, the last I heard is that weather was 85%. From what I can just see visually, there are no clouds that would be any kind of rain clouds nearby. I can see stars. I can see the moon pretty clearly behind me. As of right now, I see no visual weather issues, at least from where I'm at.
Good deal. All right, so Sawyer giving the weather an ocular pat down and saying that things look good. Thank you for that, Sawyer.
You're welcome. Who's doing sports tonight?
I don't know. I don't think any of us are much of a sports person. Maybe we can foist that off on Das. But as we get closer and closer to launch, we're just under 12 minutes away. I do want to mention, if you all like what we do and you have wondered in the past, man, I wish I could, be part of NSF or work for NSF, we at NSF are always looking to expand the team, and our writing team is looking for writers interested in writing and analyzing Starship and Starbase articles and scripts and whatnot. They want to know, or we want people who will be able to talk about launch locations, American, European, Asian launch providers, small sat companies, space research, and all kinds of missions. So if you're interested in applying to be part of our team, I am going to throw a link into chat. Here it is. I'm going to spam it a whole bunch of times. We want to have like a writing sample from you. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything super crazy, but send us a writing sample. Show us what you can do, and show us your chops. And if you want to be a part of the team, that's one way that you can be a part of the team. So we really appreciate it. Always looking to expand the our team here, and that would really mean a lot to us if you would consider applying to be a part of the group of, I don't even know what to call it. It's like the gang of 100. I don't know. I was gonna say gang of 9 just because it sounds cool and it's historical, but yeah, I don't know. Gang of hundreds.
Yep.
Tens?
And Alex and I are both writers as well, so you'd be joining us in helping tell the amazing stories of spaceflight to the world.
Good deal. All right, here's the link a couple more times. Thank you everyone for just even considering it. Or if you know somebody who's really into space, might not be watching the stream tonight. Although I don't know anybody who's into space who wouldn't be watching our stream tonight. And if you did, you would tell them, hey, watch the stream tonight. Anyways, there's the link. Let us know. Cool. So 10 minutes to go ahead of launch. And if you want to have a sweet piece of merch, there's all kinds of different ways to support us. You can, like I talked about earlier, just hit the subscribe button. You can hit the like button. You can do super chats. You can do the memberships. If you want to get something physical in return, you can head on over to the merch store. We have metal prints. It's photography from all of our people here at NSF. They're printed directly on metal. They don't need a frame. You don't have to mess with any of that stuff. They look great, and they come with all the hardware in the box that you need to hang them on the wall. So super easy way to grace your walls with some awesome imagery. And if you're so inclined, if any of this imagery you think looks cool enough to be on your wall, I mean, heck, that's quite a compliment to the person who took the image. And in fact, it's not only a compliment, you're helping out the photographer who took whatever image you are purchasing a print of, because they get a cut of the sale. So all kinds of cool prints, all kinds of rockets. There's like cool lightning shots, there's Starship shots, there's Falcon 9, there's Atlas, there's Delta IV Heavy, there's all kinds of awesome stuff. So check out the metal prints. We really appreciate all of y'all's support. All right, let's do a couple more questions as the clock ticks down. Sawyer, are we going to have to let you go at some point to operate your camera?
Yeah, at about the T-minus 5 minute mark. I'm good for
Okay.
another question or two.
I know it's not yet, but I just wanted to get that out of the way so I know what I'm doing here. You know what? Jennifer is saying, what would the commentators do a formal introduction of who each of you are and how you ended up as a commentator on this channel? They're a new subscriber. I mean, we're not going to wax philosophical for a long time, but I'm Jack. I went to film school. I grew up in Florida. I moved to Los Angeles. I love rockets. And around the first Falcon Heavy is when I started working for NSF, and things have kind of just exploded. Well, I shouldn't say that. Things have kind of just gotten bigger over time as more people have tuned into our channel. So once again, that's why we're so thankful to everybody. Sawyer, what is your background? How did you start working for NSF?
I'm Sawyer. My degree is in broadcast journalism, but I started a podcast about space back in 2009 and have been covering launches from the Kennedy Space Center since 2011, just as after I graduated high school before college. And then I worked in TV news for a while before finally joining NSF right around the first Artemis scrub in August of last year. But I've been following NSF for a long time and have been following space from the press site here now for 12 years.
Good deal. Alex?
I've been a nerd about space since pretty much 2008, 2009. Playing video games about that and everything, and watching documentaries and things like that. I went into physics. I've known about NSF for quite a while as well, and yeah, basically started last year, early last year. It seems like a long time, but yeah, it's only been a year here. Yeah, pretty much. That's a very short summary.
better off for your presence. Das, do you want to ramble on for like 20 seconds?
I'm busy.
Okay. We also have Julia
No.
out there operating. Oh,
rockets too.
go ahead.
No. I love rockets too. Like I used to stream video games on Twitch with the Kerbal Space Program, and then one day I was like, "Hey, NSF, you want to stream some stuff?" And here we are. So
Thank
There's
God.
literally a tweet about that.
There's a tweet. I have it framed. Mark, the store guy, printed it out and framed it and shipped it to me, so I have it in my studio office here. So
I really don't want to think about my life had you not ever sent that tweet. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
We do a lot of cool stuff. No, everybody here, we do a lot of cool stuff.
We really do, and it's all thanks to everybody's support, and it's grown so much over the years. The fact that we're about to hit 800,000 subs is truly outstanding and amazing and humbling, and we love what we do, and that's why we're so thankful.
I'm just gonna mention the security chopper is doing one final sweep ahead of launch right now.
Nice.
Excellent. Thank you, Sawyer. I know we also have Julia out there. I don't know if Julia is on comms, but she is going to be operating a camera for tonight's launch. So thank you, Julia, for hustling and getting that set up. Oh my goodness. We are getting really close here. Just under 6 minutes to go. Sawyer, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm excited. I'm ready. Oh, it's always those nerves of you think you got everything set up, and then of course the always will it or won't it go. I have seen a launch that scrubbed to T-minus 0.5 seconds, so until I see it actually move, I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, and even once you see it move, kinda, you're still holding your especially with these larger rockets that seem to kind of crawl off the pad. It's like, okay, go. Okay, we're good.
I'm going to be interested to see if it crawls even a little bit slower, given the fact, as you mentioned, this is the heaviest commercial payload to GEO. So that'll be interesting to see, and there's only one way to find out, and that's for me to go behind my camera and report back to you guys after the landing.
Awesome, buddy. Well, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for being on comms with us here for the start of the stream. Godspeed. We'll see you on the other side.
I'll be back.
I love it. Adrian hasn't seen that movie. Invincible Turtle, thank you for the support. Ken Schaefer, thank you for gifting 10 Red Team memberships. CANP Railroad, thank you for the support. Kenneth Cannon, thank you so much. Nicholas, Hamster, Space Nerd 3000. I want to make sure we thank everyone. Jay French, Colorado Whiskey Guy. Ooh, I want Colorado Whiskey. Alex, thank you. Terry W696, thank you. Dick Schilling, thank you so much. FFC T-Hawk, thank you. Tennessee Ferry, Brian Pittman, Stan Hart, Snot Garden. Oh, what a terrible name. Thank you for the support. And Murphoto.
You can't just say his name is terrible.
It's a terrible name. I'm sorry. It's a terrible name.
His grandfather probably had that name.
Oh, James T. Snotgarden, who came over on the Mayflower, and I don't know. I'm not aware.
Apologize to that viewer right now.
I'm sorry, Snotgarden. I apologize for judging your name. Everyone can have whatever name they please. I'm a bad person for saying that your name was bad. There. We good?
We're good. Proceed.
Murph Dog, thank you for becoming a Capcom member. Hop into Discord and say hey. And once again, thank you to all of our members, as we are just about 3 minutes and 30 seconds away from launch. Infinity Tech and Andrew Berg, thank you all so much. Andrew Berg says 56,679 strips of cooked bacon by volume, math in food. That's how much this rocket could carry. According to them, I did not check the math. I just read it on stream. So, of course, it's got to be correct.
Sounds like a song from a musical.
I mean, sure. I'll buy it. I mean, now that you say that, Snotgarden sounds like a really extra grungy version of Soundgarden. It's like a Soundgarden cover band. No? All right, nobody liked that one. Moving right along. It's like Hurl Jam. Okay. Anyways, we are just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from launch. Alex, are we going to see a T-minus 2 minute vent, as we typically do with Falcon 9?
Yeah, once they wrap up the load of liquid oxygen on the second stage, we'll see that Stromberg vent coming back to life as they purge all of the lines ahead of liftoff.
Excellent. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. Don't mind me, I'm just typing in chat. Cool. Well, we are 2 minutes to go here. Everything looks green across the board. We haven't heard anything on the back channels, Alex, right? Where everything's looking good?
So far, so good.
Excellent. And of course, it's always lovely to see with that T-minus 2-minute vent. Look at the blue, that blue color of the liquid oxygen just cascading. That's just beautiful. That's just absolutely beautiful. Well, this rocket is fully fueled, and it's sitting on the pad with the heaviest commercial payload ever to be launched. And we're just about a minute and a half to go. This is exceptional.
Nice.
Once again, we're almost at 800,000 subs, so if you haven't clicked subscribe already, please do. Or tell your friends about us so they can. We really appreciate it. That would be a cool milestone to hit, especially on such a cool stream such as tonight. But here we go. At T-minus 1 minute, the vehicle will take control of the launch, and everything after that point is vehicle controlled. Right, Alex?
Yep, there will still be... Oh,
Go ahead.
there's been a hold.
What?
Oh.
Yep, they have held at 1 minute 5 seconds right now.
Oh, interesting. Do we know... I don't remember this happening with the previous Falcon Heavy. How long they're able to hold at this point with a vehicle fully fueled like this?
Well,
it's not an instant scrub, is it?
I'm not fully sure. It's probably gonna be a scrub, but we'll see.
Well,
let's see what they say.
Yeah, we
let's
no official word
stand
yet.
by.
All we know is so far we are holding. Interesting, unprecedented territory here a little bit. Hopefully teams can resolve whatever the issue is. As the vehicle sits fully fueled on the pad, ready to go. I see chat is apoplectic right now, if I'm even pronouncing or using that word correctly, but don't worry, chat. It's not over till it's over, and it's not over yet, so hang in there, guys. We are...
See that helicopter flying over the top of the frame there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Neat.
Sorry.
That'd be cool in a long exposure, you know, get like the little streaks going there.
Yeah.
All right, well, whatever happens, if it does in fact not launch today, which so far it still could, there's an 89-minute window. You know, it's better to not launch than launch something and have an issue once you're in the air. What's the expression, Das? You rather be
You'd rather be on the ground wishing you were flying than flying wishing you were on the ground.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had some nightmares involving the latter. Good deal. Well, as soon as we know what's going on, we will let you all know, and we're just sitting here and waiting to find out, along with the rest of you, what the deal is. Once again, I believe it's an 89-minute window, and hopefully that will give us enough time, and give SpaceX, more importantly, enough time to figure out what is going on, but it could go either way at this point. Blackhawk New Zealand, thanks for gifting 5 Red Team memberships, and Jeff Rowe, thanks for gifting a Red Team membership. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it so much. Let's see. Count Zero is asking, is Jupiter 3 a Lost in Space reference? You know what? I didn't even think of that, but maybe. I mean, maybe not intentionally, but certainly, similar. Let's see. We already asked about the drone ship landing. We have Brian yelling at me that it's Wilson who appears behind the fence at Home Improvement. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, well, this is a good question for Sawyer, but Sawyer, are you there? Have you come back? Sawyer has not come back.
Back for now.
Oh, you are back. Excellent. Well, while we have you, while we wait to hear what the resolution of the hold is, Mike99GSR is asking, I'm going to be in the KSC area for the next 2 weeks with my wife and daughter. What's your best recommendations for viewing places for Slick 40?
Ooh, for Slick 40?
Hey, y'all,
I mean,
real quick,
yeah.
updates here. It looks like SpaceX has officially called a scrub this evening.
Yeah, it's a scrub.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. I hate to break in,
good.
but I don't want to sit on that for 2 minutes while we talk
that's
about viewing
fine.
options.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a scrub. Darn it. Well, you
No
know
word on
what?
why yet?
If we hear anything, we will definitely let y'all know. In the meantime, we can leave our audience with something here. Sawyer, tips for viewing for Slick 40 launches?
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much view launches all along US 1. Those are best for 39, but you can still see 40 from there. Max River Bridge, you should be able to get a view. My personal recommendation is Cars Park. It's $5 to get in, but it's great. And the other one, if it's daylight, Playa Linda. If you go down onto the beach, you get a launch and a beach day in the same go.
Oh yeah, Playa Linda's quality. Just don't look at Playa Linda on Google Street View. Cool deal. Well,
So there's one silver lining, I guess, or maybe not. I don't know. But so Falcon Heavy has scrubbed. The next opportunity tomorrow, same window, 11:04 p.m. Eastern Time, 99-minute long. Now, what
It's worth
happens
noting that the
is
weather
that,
is not fantastic either. It's at 40%. Sorry.
For
Yeah.
tomorrow.
It's a good thing though that they have a 99-minute window. Maybe they find a hole in the cloud, literally, right?
right.
But on the other hand, there's a Starlink launch on that same window, or at least sort of within that, that realm of possibility here. So maybe we'll see another try at a double header, because they already tried that for Viasat with a Falcon 9 and a Falcon Heavy from the Cape, back to back. So we'll see.
Now that would be awesome. So fingers crossed for tomorrow. And yeah, thank you. 99-minute window, not 89-minute as I said earlier. That is my bad. I misspoke. It's a 99-minute window. 99.
99?
99.
99. Thank you, Das. I was hoping you would do that. Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Again, y'all, real quick, that is officially a scrub. That's different from a hold. It was a hold originally, where they may temporarily just need to fix something with a rocket or check out some sensors or something like that. If it's a hold, they still have a chance to go, but this is a scrub. That's why it's in red instead of orange in the upper left-hand corner, because that is SpaceX officially confirming they are not going for the Falcon Heavy launch here tonight. I saw some people in chat confused as to, wait, can they still go or what? So I figured I'd jump in with that real quick, Jack.
yep. No, thank you for that. I mean, that is that. I don't know. What do we want to do here? Do we want to wrap it up? I mean, it's scrubbed.
We're supposed to sell scrub T-shirts for 24 hours, but that never happens.
Well,
like literally have a sale on them, like with a discount code, or
no, just the only time you can buy the scrub T-shirts is right after a scrub, and we don't say it anywhere else. We don't put it like on Twitter or anything, Zeter, whatever I'm supposed to call that site now. And the only way you can get one of the shirts is if you're watching, but I don't think they have them in the shop. I'm going to look. Hang on.
Twitter.
Oh,
You're supposed to call it Twitter, for the record.
Wait, what?
Just it's Twitter. We don't need to split hairs. It's just Twitter. It will always be Twitter. It's Twitter.
Okay, wait. I found the scrub shirt in the shop right now, but I'm not
It's there.
actually. It is. It's there. Is this a scrub shirt?
Is it
Yeah,
just like a
this is the scrub
placeholder,
shirt.
or are you able to actually purchase it? Like, because I don't know if
No, it
it's.
looks like I can purchase it. Like, it looks like an actual thing where I can click through and choose my color and size and everything. Hang on, I'm going to do it just to make sure. This was the whole thing. It was like this special thing, and the only way you could get an NSF scrub shirt is if you were there watching the stream during a launch. And, well, oh, it says we are live, and I can include a message for NSF.
Ooh, do it.
I'm not buying a scrub shirt. Maybe I should buy a scrub shirt.
You probably already have like 3.
I have too many shirts, and for every one shirt that I get new, I have to get rid of 2 shirts. That's my wife's rule.
I mean, hey, that's a fair rule.
I have a lot of shirts.
Let's see here. Really quickly, Toaster, Chip, thank you so much for becoming a Capcom member. Once again, at Capcom level and above, you get Discord access. So pop into Discord and say, hey, we can all commiserate about the scrub tonight. But fret not. There is another attempt tomorrow night, same time, same rocket pad. Oh, look, and there's the scrub shirt. That is the aforementioned scrub shirt that you can purchase.
We do have the scrub shirt. Nice. It's in the shop. Eat, sleep,
Speaking of
scrub, repeat. Go check.
Speaking of rare shop things, guess what? You want to know a secret?
What's the secret?
I'm wearing the Texas Tank Watchers tank top for whatever the name of that was. I am currently wearing it. I'm actually currently wearing it.
we should have something like that for Falcon Heavy as well. So that, the center core and then the arms are the side boosters.
Ooh, I really like that. because
And with a hoodie that is
photos,
the second stage and the fairing.
Yeah.
the photos from remote setup from Sawyer and Julia and everybody were really spectacular. It's a beautiful looking rocket with the sooty side boosters and the clean center core. I like this idea.
Look at all that
be right back.
condensation.
I'm going to go yell at the people in the store channel. Yeah, that is. I mean, Sawyer said there wasn't much wind, so there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think with that. Oh, look at that! We have a new order.
Wait, was it the scrub shirt?
And it's the scrub shirt.
It's
Somebody
the scrub
bought the scrub shirt.
Somebody bought the scrub shirt.
It's
There
not
you
even
go.
popping up for me. I can't even tell you who it is. Oh, there it is, Patrick. Patrick bought the scrub shirt. Good job,
Nice.
Patrick. Thank you so much for supporting what we do. And good luck explaining your shirt over and over again to all your non-nerd friends.
We're not gonna have any clue. Like scrub.
So
What? Like get clean? Like take a shower? Go ahead, Alex.
I don't know if we can maybe might be too late for Pat, but yeah, SpaceX just tweeted or exit. I don't know what you want to call it. They say
Tweet,
standing
it's a
down from
tweet.
tonight's. I don't know. I know. But anyways, standing down from tonight's Falcon Heavy launch of Jupiter 3 mission due to a violation of abort criteria.
Huh.
So it seems like
Huh.
they had some red line there that they didn't like, and yeah.
What's a
Interesting.
it was I mean it was just generic abort criteria, right? That doesn't mean anything specifically like wins or anything like that. That's abort criteria.
Yeah,
it must have
I
been
really have no idea.
some
Okay.
value was greater than it should be or less than it should be, and that is a violation of criteria that would require an abort. That's my read.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Sounds like it was
Yeah.
a system of some kind that said, "Hey, we're out of range."
Yeah.
That makes sense. Oh, and we have another scrub shirt sold
No way.
anonymous.
The
They say-
anonymous
they say-
scrub shirt.
They say rub a dub dub. Thanks for the scrub. Musical wolves. Love it.
Ooh, I like that one.
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa, what the heck? Everyone's getting a scrub shirt. Tad bought a scrub shirt. Brian bought a scrub shirt. Austin got multiple items from what? Y'all are crazy. You're the best
That's
kind
like-
of crazy.
We could probably calculate the mean time from clicking the link to checking out because they all started coming through at the same time.
Yeah, that's honestly that's accurate. That's
Look
hilarious.
at them popping
You know,
up.
I needed some new shirts. I might as well get one too.
Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
Seriously, y'all, thank you so much. Whatever it is that you do to support us, whether it's coming on and watching the streams, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, whatever it is.
Buy a
We all-
scrub shirt.
Yeah, buying a scrub
That
shirt.
counts too.
We all love what we do. We really do. And it's the most fun. And I feel like, not to toot our own horns or anything, but it's meaningful to get people excited about space, because if people aren't excited about it, you know what? We're not gonna put as much emphasis on going. So it's really cool. It's really cool that we get to sort of be the hype team, or one of the hype teams for going to space. So just once again, thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are the absolute. Oh my gosh, John just wanted to say East Coast is the best coast, and also purchase some stuff. All right, this is hilarious.
Yes.
Thank you, John. You know what? No, I'm not going to say it, but I almost said it.
You-
Kenneth. Kenneth
can't-
also. What? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can't stop the stream until the t-shirts stop popping up. Now we have to stay live until the scrub shirts stop showing.
They would show up on Space Coast Live, though, right? Which is our 24/7 live stream of Kennedy Space Center.
They should, but we'd have to go check and see if that's set up that way.
Right. James says hello from down under. Thank you, James, for grabbing a shirt. Oh
Look
my
at this.
gosh. David says for my wife. Thank you so much. Is your wife that cool, or is she just gonna be like, huh?
Or are you gonna get slapped when you hand her the shirt that says "Eat, Sleep, Scrub, Repeat"?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Not
but-
sure my wife
Yeah.
would take that.
Yeah.
My
That's
clothes
a
would not be washed for the next month.
that's a medium-sized yikes right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sandra, thank you so much. They say sorry, I washed my car, my bad. And Jeffrey says gift a sub, get a scrub. What a night.
There you go.
Ooh.
And Joaquin says scrub a dub dub. Wow, everyone loves the scrub shirt.
It's
Nice.
it's a good thing.
It's a good
The
shirt.
scrub shirt. It's like the hidden menu at the grocery store. At the burger joint, right? And you don't.
Right.
You have to know. Only the cool kids know about the hidden menu.
It's also
So
the only positive thing that comes out of a scrub.
is
That's
getting a
true.
shirt.
Yeah.
Nice. Are they
Good
still
deal.
Are they still popping up? Are they still?
Oh yeah,
displaying?
they're popping up like crazy. We got Jeff Rowe with a gifted
Jeez.
membership. We have Trent says add another. Thank you, Trent. We've got Robert. Thank you so much. They say I'm bummed it's scrubbed, but I'm glad I can get the shirt because of it.
There you go. Well, let's let a
Meli-
couple. I mean, what do you have to do, Jack? Like run back to Starbase and try to steal the top of SN15?
Oh, I'm sad about
No,
SN15. Like,
no.
come on, man. I know you need space. Like, they're building rockets left and right, but like, just put it over at Massey's. Put it over, by the Starbase sign. Build another stand. How hard can it be to build another stand and put SN15 on it? Like, come on.
You don't
So,
have like an
scrap and
Indiana.
scrub.
Nice. Jack, you don't have an Indiana Jones outfit, do you? Can you go over there tomorrow and yell it belongs at a museum? Dressed up as Indiana Jones.
I legit want to go
For
to
the
like
daily?
a party city or something and get some garb that is
Go to-
like yeah.
Go to Party City and get the explorer outfit with the whip and the hat, the fedora, or whatever.
Right.
Was he
Yeah,
wear
it's
a
like
fedora? Or did we
it's
wear
like
the other thing.
generic They can't say Indiana Jones because
Yeah,
of
they can't say
copyright.
Indiana Jones. It's like
Oh,
Tomb
man.
Hunter or whatever.
Yeah. Archaeologist explorer.
Yeah, movie
Oklahoma
archaeologist.
Johnson.
Oklahoma Johnson, nice. I don't know how they could copyright that. He's named after the dog. Jeez. Moving
Sawyer,
right along.
what? I can't, Das, talk. I can't.
It's a state and then a generic last name. Indiana Jones, Oklahoma Johnson.
Jack, do we have
can't
more
even.
messages to display? Please display some messages if we have messages. Oklahoma
Anonymous.
At
Anonymous,
least it's
thank
not,
you.
I don't know, New Jersey Soprano. I could have done something like that.
What? Look at that. There's a launch entry landing hoodie.
Oh my god.
Nice
I
update.
can't even breathe.
Well, if
You're
you
welcome.
display them, I'll say it out loud if you display them on the screen, Jack, if there's more buttons to
Okay.
click. I just feel bad if people bought the scrub. Scrubs can be fun too. Look, Melissa says scrubs can be fun too. Anonymous is jumping in on the scrub train. James says, my nurse wife will not understand my scrub shirt. Jimbo. Thanks, Jimbo. Aaron says, thanks for immediately switching off the broadcast and telling us down easy. Oh, letting us down easy. Wait. The lives are sick, y'all, says Braden. I think these are all scrub shirts.
Yeah, there's I don't know that we can even get through all of these. There's so many.
I have traveled to 9 launches and 8 scrubs. I'll speedrun them, Jack. I love ducks. Okay, thank you for everything. There was another one. That one just says, thanks, guys. These are all scrub shirts. Leslie says, happy to wear the t-shirt on this short vacay. I'll wear it tomorrow with y'all. Nice. Isaac, y'all at NRSF are nerds. Joe said, excelente. You are clicking these very quickly. It's almost your parents' first launch. Anonymous, nice. Good luck. Scrub-a-lubba-dub-dub, says Roy.
Philip
We just
says,
need Jack
yeah,
to burp now.
That's just
I'm
a
not
yike.
going to. In fact, we'll get a little inside baseball here. This is a scrub treat for everyone. When I was talking while muted earlier, it was actually talking while burping.
Oh, well, I mean, that's either a talent or not appropriate for broadcast.
Or burping while muted. I don't know.
Depends
One of the
on your
two.
audience, I guess. Depends on your audience.
Philip
It's
says,
click-
yikes.
How many more do we have, Jack?
Couple more. Jeremy
Okay.
says, got this because they seem to never go when I'm off work. Maybe it will go tomorrow night while I'm in Port Orange working. Good luck, Jeremy.
Nice. Maybe you're the good luck
James-
charm there, Jeremy. Go.
James says, absolute must have. Thank you, James.
Nice.
And Anonymous says, up, and oh, hold on. Good deal. All right, that's the lot of them for now.
Did we get to the end of it? All right.
We
cool.
got to the end of it somehow. Thank you, everybody, so much. Joining us on tonight's stream, we had Alex. Alex, thanks for being on, buddy.
It's a pleasure. Maybe we'll see. I think I was scheduled for tomorrow's Starlink, so probably we'll come back. I'll come back tomorrow as well. So see you tomorrow.
Good deal. Das, thanks for popping in and just, hanging out. We always love hearing your voice.
Always a good time. I don't do it as much as I used to, and I really do love hopping on and hanging out with folks and watching rockets scrub. So,
Right.
watching rockets, period. Whether they scrub or whether they launch. It's just awesome to hang out with folks.
Good deal. And we had, of course, Julia out in the field operating a camera. Thank you to her for being just an awesome person. And we also had Sawyer on the stream. Sawyer, thanks for joining us for commentary, buddy.
Call me Florida Rosenstein. It's my pleasure. Let's just hope next time there's no scrub.
Somebody get this man a whip and a cool hat.
Yes, please.
And operating the stream in the background, we had Pat O. Pat, thank you for doing everything you do for NSF. And of course, I am the annoying guy, Jack Beyer. And with that, we will leave y'all to go hang out at Space Coast Live, and you can continue to watch Falcon Heavy detank, or you can go on over to Starbase Live and commiserate about the scrapping of SN-15, or you can go over to McGregor Live and watch cows, because they don't really test engines at night. But yeah, there's all. If you're a cow person, there you
can
go.
also, see the flare stack there at McGregor's. During the night, it's really, really beautiful.
It's going crazy right now.
That's true. That's true. If that was methane, it would be. I'm not going to start.
Don't.
All
even.
right.
It is methane, though.
It is methane though, Jack. That flare stack is a methane flare stack.
That's the joke. All right.
Geez.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you same rocket time, same rocket pad tomorrow night for another attempt at Jupiter 3 launching on Falcon Heavy. But for now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Wait.
And here we go.
We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be nominal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Rolling up. Roger, Atlantis.
Water towers, fly! Yes! Echo down to nominal.
Flight downside speed off. Bring in speed off. Off. It's orange!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage.
What is it?
Put that in the big bag, Eagle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the